Suppose you are studying in the library in the quiet section, where everyone is silent, purely focusing on their studies. After some time, a student walks in and begins to have a conversation with his friend in a completely normal outside tone. You will react to this very much because of how different the noise is from your environment. However, if you were in the lobby of a hotel, you would never even notice this conversation between two random people happening. We adapt to a certain environment and we tend to not notice things within it. So how does this relate to economics? Well, as a renowned economist, Richard Thaler said, we think and act in terms of change, not levels. This human tendency is reflected in economics and the stock market as well. In economics class, we talked about diminishing marginal utility. So what happens when you move up the marginal utility curve compared to when you move down the same curve? The next clip is a demonstration of this concept. I observed a phenomenon where the pain of losing money completely outweighs the happiness that comes with gaining exactly the same amount of money. As you move down the utility of wealth line, each loss gets more and more painful. On the contrary, as you move up the same line, each gain brings you less and less happiness. This just goes to show how we react to things in terms of changes, not levels, as mentioned earlier. On the graph, you can clearly see that the happiness that comes with gaining $100 is much less than the pain that comes with losing $100. Assume the x-axis is money received. When it's positive, you get free money. When it's negative, you lose money. The utility curve represents the amount of utility you gain or lose in each situation. Assume that when x is positive, this portion of utility is represented as HU, happiness utility. Assume that when x is negative, the slope is represented as PU, pain utility. Because of loss aversion, the absolute value of the slope of PU is 2 times or more than the absolute value of the slope of HU. In this example, if we value x as 100, the utility of this function is going to be 10, and this one, negative 10,000. So the value here is negative 10,000 utility, and the value here is positive 10 utility. Now I have proven that this phenomenon is true conceptually as well as mathematically.